acknowledging the journey of a wonderful gift from nature. That's jute, a versatile bark fiber which has been grown and used in India for centuries. In these times of synthetic filled days, those bundles of glowing fiber keep a string of hope alive. They invite us to choose the natural over the artificial. Jute is a saga featuring plant, soil, river, water, sun, human beings and machines. It's nearly ancient. It is in the east and northeastern part of India, mainly Bengal, where the cultivation of jute has always been concentrated. The alluvial soil, riverine landscape and abundance of water bodies in Bengal have offered perfect conditions for planting and processing the fiber. Jute has traversed through alleys and the highways of development. This eco-friendly biodegradable fiber has been given various shapes and forms as end products to meet the growing demands of our daily lives. Starting from handmade ropes, twines and coarse fabrics, jute has been used for making machine-woven sacks and then various other utility products and fashion items.
চৈত্র মাসে পাটের বীজটা ছিটি দেয়। এবার ধরেন চৈত্র মাস থেকে ধরেন শ্রাবণ ভাদ্র মাস পর্যন্ত আশ্বিন মাস পর্যন্ত কাটাকাটি হয়। দিয়ে কাটি আপনার ওই পাট বিলে পুষ্করণীতে জাগ দেয়। জাগ 15 দিনও লাগে, আপনার 22 দিনও লাগে। একটু শীতের আশ পড়লে একটু দেরি হয়, 22 দিন হয়। আর একটু গরমের আসতে গেলে 12-14 দিনের মধ্যে হয়ে যায়। ভয় করছে চাকরি হয়তো
Commercial-scale jute cultivation in Bengal started only after the arrival of the European traders in Calcutta.
European merchants, lured by the tales of easy wealth from the fabulous East, fought amongst themselves for supremacy. The English traders ultimately emerged as empire builders in India. Maritime trade was growing. Sailboats and steamships dropped anchor in the stream. The riverfront was crowded with groups of foreigners and merchants engaged in trade. And Calcutta, the site of Job Charnock's midday halt, grew from a cluster of villages to be the center of commerce and industry and the capital of India.
Dundee, the centre of a great region and the second city of Scotland. Jute, jam and journalism. That spelled Dundee. The greatest of these was jute.
In 1838, the machine spinning and weaving of jute began in Dundee, in Scotland. Riding on the raw jute supply from Calcutta, Dundee rapidly became the world's chief producer of jute sacking and Hessian cloth. As soon as the sun-dried golden fiber enters the factory shade, there begins a series of synchronized acts starting from selection, batching, carding, breaker cut, finisher cut, spinning, brimming to weaving of gunny cloth and Hessian fabric. It is a 24/7 chorus of man and machine that takes place under a long-roofed performance space that is the jute factory. Every part of the jute plant has its use. Dried up stems are used as fuel and for fencing or even reinforcement in walls of the huts. The tender leaves make nutritious vegetable to go with rice. This sustainable practice of resource utilization helps in keeping the ecological balance and also contributes towards management of the low-income economy in the villages. This is what you see in the cities now. The overriding presence of synthetic material all around you, the choking abundance of plastics. Use of jute products has come down for sure, yet they are still giving a fight to the synthetic items.
(1853), 15,000 tons of Indian raw jute imported. 1860, jute for meat wrappers and damp course foundations. 1873, 153,000 tons of raw jute imported. Jute for bags and jute for sacks, jute for hessians and fact sheets and tarpaulins, jute for twines and strings, jute for cords and the wrappings of cables. Every spindle and loom that was idle they put on jute. They took the spindles off flax and put them on jute.
In 1855, George Auckland, an English entrepreneur, founded the first jute mill in India at Rishra, on the bank of River Hooghly near Calcutta. In a few years, the banks of the Hooghly were infested with jute mills. In 1884, Indian Jute Manufacturers Association was formed in Calcutta to manage the jute trade. Since 1902, it has been formally known as Indian Jute Mills Association or IJMA. By the 1890s, Calcutta had already outdistanced the Dundee manufacturers, and by the 1930s, Calcutta controlled 60% of the world's jute manufacturing capacity.
পাট আপনার আশ্বিন মাস পর্যন্ত রাখা জমিতে ভালোভাবে জল না উঠলে রাখা যায়। বন্যা ঢুকে গেলে কেটে ফেললাম বাচ্চা বাচ্চা পাট। দেখলাম তো বন্যা ঢুকে গেছে, বাচ্চা বাচ্চা পাট সব কেটে গেছে। ওই দেখেন এখনো কাটেনি, কাগজ মাঠের পাটে এখন আছে জলের ভিতরে হাবড়ে গেছে।
The cultivation of jute and the processing of the fiber in factories are both labor-intensive processes. Jute provides livelihood to nearly 40 lakh farmers and about 4 lakh mill workers in India. Jute is a 10,000 crore rupees industry. The annual production of raw jute is close to 18 lakh metric tons. Close to 16 lakh metric tons of jute goods are manufactured in India, of which 14 lakh metric tons are consumed in the domestic market itself. The rest of jute goods, including jute diversified products, are exported, which fetches the country about 2,000 crore rupees in precious foreign exchange annually. The crude method of hand spinning of the jute fiber to make twines and ropes is still in practice. Though marginal, there are entrepreneurs in Bengal who are producing hand-spun jute products, mainly carpets, coasters, doormats, and few other small items. These products are gaining popularity in the world market because of their typical ethnic look, natural texture, and complete biodegradability. The jute industry has experienced various highs and lows. Partition of the country and independence were a big challenge since the major jute growing areas remained in East Pakistan while the mills were in India. There were workers' problems, natural calamities, and fluctuating demands of jute goods in the global market. Finally, in the 1970s, the invasion of cheap synthetics for packaging posed a big challenge. Regardless, the 159 years old industry of Bengal continues to grow and innovate.
গোড়ার পরিস্থিতি তাতে 2 কেজি বাদ দিলে কি এবারে আই হে হাতে হাতে দে ভালো পাচ্ছো না একটা ফুল মারি দাও পেপার দাও
তাহলে আর এই পাটে এত খাটনি করবো আমরা, কেন ভূতের মতন খাটতে হচ্ছে আমাদেরকে।
আপনার ওই 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 পাট ছাড়া কিছু হবে না।
পাট 3 খিন 4 খিন চাষ দিতে হয়, দিয়ে পাটের বীজ ফেলতে হয়, তারপর সার ফেলতে হয়, আর লিড়ান লাগে 3 ডিগ, আবার কাটা বিনাইনি এগুলো তো আসি।
আর পানি লাগে 10 ঘন্টা করে।
আর আপনার বুঝে বুঝে পানি লাগে 5 ঘন্টা 6 ঘন্টা।
কথা বুঝতে পারছে না,
হলো এগুলো তো
সেচের টাকা লাগে, সব সেচের টাকা। 100 টাকা বিঘি, 100 টাকা ঘন্টা।
Field to factory, jute involves a large workforce and huge infrastructure. It is a daunting task to synchronize the relationship between these two. Several dedicated government and non-governmental bodies work at managing and promoting the industry as well as looking after the welfare of the workers. The Jute Corporation of India supports the jute growers by playing an important role in the raw jute market. The National Jute Board is responsible for the promotion of jute and allied.